What is up, everybody? Welcome to the final episode. Yes, the final episode of the Soft Tissue Revolution podcast, where we teach manual therapists a new treatment system that focuses on working smarter, not harder, allowing them to cut their treatment times by 50% so they can stay healthy and help more people get out of pain. Dr. Matt Maggio here. Thanks so much for stopping by and checking out the show. As I said, this is going to be the final episode of the Soft Tissue Revolution. I've been doing this podcast, I think, since 2018. I have over 300 episodes. Been very diligent and very committed to do this, even though I myself am running a very busy practice. I am still full-time in my own practice because nothing pisses me off more in the world than people that are teaching and being gurus and pretending they know all this shit, but they haven't been in practice in 15 or 20 years. They don't really know what's going on. So I didn't really think I could be someone that could actually teach unless I practice what I preach. So I've been in my own practice. I've relocated from Florida all the way up to Iowa. I've been all over the place, New York, Iowa, Florida, and really been trying to keep up with this podcast, but it's getting kind of hard. I had a really big clinic in Florida, but then my wife is from Iowa and wanted me to move to Iowa. So I don't know why I did that, but I did it. I'm up here in Iowa now. Been kind of laying back a little bit, running the clinic, but I really decided that I want to create what I had in Florida, what I call like a mega clinic with multiple providers, at least 4 other providers in my clinic as well. And that takes a lot of my time, a lot of my effort, and a lot of my focus. So not going to be able to do these podcasts like I did before. I hope I put out a lot of good, useful information over the years. And I've always been grateful for all the messages and support and people saying how much the podcast helped them and change their perspectives. And sometimes I piss some people off, but that's totally fine too. Can't win all of them. At the end of this episode, I'm going to share some resources and just kind of catch you up on what I'm doing and some opportunities that if you wanted to, really take your skill set and your practice to the next level, you can. I'm still going to be here to help. I'm just not going to do it in this podcast format. So what I wanted to do on this last episode is really just share, I guess, 7 insights or wisdom knowledge, or I don't know, just things that I've kind of seen over the last 3 years doing over 300 episodes of this podcast, coaching and training countless therapists in my methods, and really just seeing the good, the bad, and the ugly of the bodywork profession, specifically massage therapists and manual therapists. So I wanted to share some lessons and some insights that you can take away from all this and hopefully steer yourself in the right direction. Because the whole reason I created this whole soft tissue revolution was I was just getting really sick and tired of like how fucked up the current medical model is, pain pills, injections, and surgeries. I've shared how I lost my father to a pain pill overdose. I lost my stepbrother to a pain pill overdose, and lots of people are dying and it's getting worse. And what I realized was the front end conservative care model just completely sucks. It's not good. I've been very adamant about why chiropractic's bullshit, why physical therapy doesn't help, and why pain pills and injections make things worse. And I realize that we just need to get people better quality care, and that happens to be soft tissue based treatments. But there's a lot of limiting beliefs and ideas and stigmas and just, I don't even know, just a lot of bullshit holding the best practitioners in the world back, especially massage therapists. So that's why I really created this, to let you know that soft tissue treatment is the best of the best, and it's what people need, and we need to get this care to more people so we can slow this pain pill problem down and make things better. So that's what I've been trying to be clear with my messaging over these last couple of years. It's been up and down from where I am. There's been frustrations, there's been high points, there's been low points, there's been COVID, there's been economy shit, all sorts of stuff, but I still stuck with it. So these are my 7 tried and true lessons and ideas for you going forward to be the best version of yourself and get the practice in life that you deserve. And I'm going to throw a bonus one in at the end, which I think is actually the most important one. So number 1, do less treatment, only better. I continue to say this all the time. So many of us, and I've been like this myself, is we just want to throw the kitchen sink at every problem. We want to, massage it, myofascial release it, cup it, stretch it. I don't fucking know what else we do. We just want to do a bunch of stuff, and we never know what's actually working. And we want to be a jack of all trades and master of none. What I want to try to teach and what I try to show is doing the right amount of treatment, the exact right amount of treatment to get the most effective change from where it is. And that comes from doing less, but only better. Number 2, focus on solving problems, not providing service. This is a big one. The world needs more problem solvers. They don't need more service providers. And people out there are actually looking for a solution for their problem, for their neck pain, their shoulder pain, their low back pain, their hip pain, their foot pain, whatever across the board. More people are looking for that than the actual relaxation side of things. And if you can fully communicate and be an expert at solving problems, you're going to take your business and practice to a level that you could never even imagine was possible. Number 3, sell based off results, not your time. Once again, sell based off results, not your time. And the only thing that beats free/cheap is speed. I say this all the time. If you can fix a problem in 15 minutes that takes someone else an hour, 2 hours, you're 4 times, 8 times more valuable. I talk about this all the time, but I want to drop this in just a little bit. So imagine you hurt your tooth. Your tooth is throbbing and it's killing you. And you make an appointment to the dentist to get it fixed. I don't know what's wrong with it. Maybe it needs to be drilled. Maybe it needs to be pulled. I don't know. Your tooth just really hurts and you want that pain to go away. You make an appointment with the dentist. They block out 30 minutes for the appointment. The dentist ends up getting your tooth out and filled in 10 minutes. You're not going to go to the dentist and say, hey, you know what, doc, we had 30 minutes planned for this. I need you to go in there and keep drilling around so I get my money's worth. No, they're just glad that their problem is solved. It should be the same exact thing with solving an injury. If you can fix it quicker, faster, more efficient, and better, you're way better than anyone else out there. So focus on speed and results. Number 4, nobody cares how or what you do to fix the problem. They don't care if you're a 10th level master, whatever the fuck you want to be in whatever you do. They don't care what you do or how you do it. They just care that you can fix it, that you have the confidence and the conviction and the belief that when they come in, you can accurately tell them what their problem is, what you're going to use to fix it, and why this is going to work. They don't care about all the other details. They don't care like what you do or what technique you use. You should use the thing that works the fucking best. That should be your number one thing. Going back to the idea of doing less treatment, only better. Doing the thing that's going to make the biggest change and the biggest result. And nobody cares about the details of it. They don't care about your certifications. They don't care about all your plaques and all your extra things on your wall. I've been there. I had that whole wall of all just the stuff, and it's just shiny object and you're not really getting anywhere from where you need to be. Number 5, comfort is the trap that leads to mediocrity. I see this all the fucking time. I see so many massage therapists where they put out this thing on Instagram. They're like, oh, fully booked up, not taking on any new clients. Don't even ask. I'm fully booked. And it's like, okay, that's just where you're going to stop. Like, if you're so fucking good at what you do and you have such amazing skill sets, then teach other people how to do it. Bring on other practitioners. Help as many people as possible. But that's what happens. You've been sold a bullshit dream in schools. Like, I'm just going to get a closed practice. I'll be good to go. You might be making decent money. You might be making 70, 80, 90, 100, maybe even 150 grand a year, but you're just going through the fucking motions, and it leads to mediocrity. And then you think in your mind that you're fucking sweet. You think that you got it. You think that you're amazing because you're booked up, but there's so many other people out there that need you. So what can you do better? Can you do it faster? Can you do it better? Can you have other people do it for you and really make a difference and help more people get out of pain? Because more people need this care. And if you think you're that fucking great at what you do, which you should, if you got that conviction and belief, then scale it. Take it to a new level. Have 5 practitioners working underneath you. Make $1 million fucking dollars a year and really get that what I call fuck you money. Yeah, I swear a lot there, but I don't care. It's my podcast. I can swear all I want. Number 6, do not buy into victimhood culture. Once again, do not buy into victimhood culture, either for yourself or anyone in your clinic. Yeah, a lot of shitty things happen to people, and a lot of people have some really shitty circumstances, but it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, you still have to do the work. Nobody cares what happened to you. It might suck, but what we've done in our society is we've like put victims up on a pedestal, and we're like, oh, well, this happened to you, so you're great. Yeah, it fucking sucks that bad things happen to people, but at the end of the day, don't let them be victims, and don't be a victim yourself. If you're not where you want to be, quit blaming your circumstances, quit blaming other people. Take responsibility for where you are, and also hold your clients accountable as well, because this victimhood shit is fucking toxic and it isn't getting us anywhere. So don't buy into it. Number 7, your number one priority always must be your own health. You must take care of yourself to the best of your abilities. You need to treat your body better. You need to make your health your number one priority. You need to be in the gym. You need to be eating right. You need to be sleeping right. You need to be drinking water. All the shit we tell other people to do, we need to be doing that first, because our body is our whole livelihood. And I've been there. Blew out my fucking neck. I couldn't work for 9 months. I've fucked my back up several times over the last couple of years where I've had to miss work, and it sucks. And I'm only 37, but I got a lot of problems in there because I ignored my health for so long. I've seen so many massage therapists out there that are just fucking disgusting. And that's just me. That might sound mean when I say that, but this is coming from someone that used to be 125 pounds heavier than where he is now. And it sucked. I was fat. I was miserable. I was depressed. I was sore. I was just never present because I didn't take care of myself. And I see so many massage therapists out there that are just sloppy. They don't take care of themselves. And they're not like even screaming health to other people. Like, why would people take you serious when you look like that? And that's what one of my mentors said to me one time. He goes, you know what, Matt, you're fat. You got to take better care of yourself. Yeah, it hurt in the moment, but you know what? It's something that I needed to hear. And also just taking care of your body, like get treatment, take care of it, relax, do the things you need to do. Don't burn it at both ends, because if you fuck it up, you're done. There ain't no one else coming in to save you. And your body is the one thing where you can't replace the parts. And if it fucks up, you're not going to make it. So that's probably the last time you're going to hear me rant like in this format, but I wanted to add in one more lesson and insight that I think is really important, that I've really focused on the last probably year and a half. And it's the idea that personal excellence is the ultimate rebellion in everything. I'm not a conspiracy theorist guy. I'm not anything like that. But at the end of the day, the powers that be want you to be dumb. They want you to be poor. They want you to be fat. They want you to be unmotivated, and they want you to be lazy. And the only way to work around that is to get so fucking good that nobody can ignore you. Get rich, get fit, get jacked, get your mind right. And you know what? You can tell all those other people to fuck off, because no one should hold you back. And if you're struggling, it's time to take personal responsibility for where you are and take yourself to the next level. That's all I got for you guys. Appreciate you guys listening to the podcast over the years. All the support. I'm not going away. I'm just working on something that's really big. So that's what I wanted to share with all of you guys. So going forward, just a couple things. If you still want to stay in contact with me, I'm very active on social media, specifically LinkedIn and YouTube. I'm still going to post content and share a lot of information on there. If you are on my email list, that'd be really good. That email list is still open. You can get on there and get our free training in the soft tissue revolution and the peak method. And once you're on that list, you will also get access to a weekly email that I'm going to do in lieu of the podcast. And it's just going to be a 5-minute video with some idea, maybe a rant, maybe something to motivate you, some insight or something like that across the board to help you continue along this journey, because I don't want to lose that contact. But that is only going to be specifically on my people that are on my email list. So the links for all that is going to be in the show notes where you're listening, and that's under the free training request. Go in there and do that. Also, we're getting ready to retire version 1.0 of our CEU training program starting in February. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be slashing the price on that and giving a significant discount that comes with 16 CEUs. It used to be $995. I think we're going to sell it for $295 up until the probably the middle or the end of February. If you're interested in that, just reach out to us with all the information that's in the show notes. And lastly, I'm building a mega clinic, and the goal is by the end of 2023, I'm going to have 4 other manual therapists that are working directly with me, implementing my system, taking things to the next level. We already put out the job listing for that. If you're interested in that, reach out to us. And my goal is to fill those spots by the end of the year. We're going to build something so fucking great that people are going to come from miles around. And if you want to be part of that, you want to be part of a positive work environment and make a shit ton of money for doing good work, and you can stand being around me and me swearing and going off all the time, yeah, then reach out. We're always here to help. But I appreciate everything that you guys have done, all the support. Can't believe I've been doing this for 3 years, but like I said, it's time to move on to the next journey. Oh yeah, one more thing I forgot. I am starting a different podcast. It's going to be called the Injuries Explained Project. And basically this is going to be more of an educational podcast, really sharing like common injuries, about what's going on, giving people some insights about what to do, talking about like what the conservative model does, like maybe the orthopedic doctors and then physical therapists and chiropractors, and then giving people some insights and some guidance on what they really can do and really trying to get them to the quality type of practitioner that's going to actually help solve their problem. That's going to be coming out pretty soon here. I think we're launching that in another 2 weeks. That's my other project that I'm working on. Got a lot of sticks in the fire or whatever they say, but it's something that keeps me going and keeps me motivated, because at the end of the day, if I can be better, I can help more people be better, and we can make a big fucking difference and really solve this pain pill epidemic and make a true difference. So appreciate you guys, and thanks for listening all these years, and we'll see you down the road.